Good morning, everybody. Actually, it's good evening. It's taken me all day to do all these. This video is on how to find the greatest common factor. So we had struggled a lot of that in our class, and so I want to start from the very beginning on just taking a number and then taking a variable. And let's see if we can walk through some examples. And after I make sure everybody can do the greatest common factor, then we want to learn how to factor out the greatest common factor. So let's get started. Okay, I'll get my pen going here. Okay, so let's just talk about these right here. So right now I have 12, 18, and 24. And I have to be able to find their greatest common factor. Do you remember your little factoring tree that you used to do probably in junior high? You're going to try to break it down all the way until you just have prime numbers. Now, whenever I see a 2 there, I'm going to start with, I know it's divisible by 2. And then I have a 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 is a prime number, so I'm going to stay there, leave it. 6 is 3 times 2. I now have it broken down into its factors, 2, 3, 2, and those are all prime numbers. If I take 18, I'm going to do the same thing. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 is prime, so let's go with 9 as 3 times 3. 3 is prime. I'm done. 24. 2, and it's 2 times 12. That 12 we've already done is 2 times 6, and then 2 times 3. Now, if I want to know what the greatest common factor, you're trying to figure out what they have in common. Well, everybody has a 2. I'm going to go circle the 2. In fact, let's go change my pen color here. Let's see if that'll work. I'm going to go circle a 2 because everybody has it. That is a common factor. They all have it in common. But I'm interested in the greatest common factor. I'm going to come over here and look at this 3. Is there a 3 in here and in here? Yep. I'm going to circle the 3. 3, 3, and 3. Okay. My next one's 2. Does everybody have a 2? Well, I've already used that 2. This one does not have another 2. I'm done. This one does, but see, I can only use, I would have to be a 3. So I got 2 times 3 here is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. So if you ask me what's the greatest common factor between 12, 18, and 24, I would have to say 6. Let's try another one. Okay, I have the number 4. I can break it down into its factors of 2 and 2. 8. Well, that's 2, 4. I can break 4 down into 2 and 2. 10. 2, 5. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to change my pen color. Okay, does everybody have a 2? Yep. So I'm going to circle it. Okay, does everybody have another 2? The 8 does, the 10 does not. I'm done. I'm going to say the greatest common factor is 2 between 4, 8, and 10. It's the greatest number that you can, 4 is divisible by 2, 8 is divisible by 2, and 10 is divisible by 2. Okay, now what happens when we get into some variables? Well, it's almost easier. X squared is x times x. X to the 5th is x times x times x times x times x. It's got to be 5 of them. This one is x times x times x. I'm going to change my pen color here. Okay, does everybody have 1x? Yep, everybody's got 1x. Okay, I have another x. Everybody else have another x? Yep. Okay, I'm done. I don't have any more. So the greatest common factor between all three of them is x squared. That is the greatest common factor between those three variables. Let's try one more. Okay, now I'm going to combine them now. And when I combine them, I'm going to look at the 3. I can't break down the 3 anymore. It's a prime number. I can break down the x into x and x. That 12, well, it's 2 times 6, and then the 6 is 2 times 3. Okay. I'm going to change my pen color. Okay, what do I got here? Does everybody have a 3? Yep, everybody's got a 3. Anybody have an X? Nope. Nobody else has an X. That's it. The greatest common factor is 3. Okay, the next step is how do you factor it out? Well, once you have your greatest common factor, you're going to take it over here. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to put it outside the parentheses. Okay. So what do I have? If I take that 3 and I put it out here, what's left here? X squared. What's left here that's not circled? Plus 4. That's how I would factor it out. But let's look at it too. 3 times x squared, I end back up at 3x squared. 3 times 4, it's 12. This is the same thing as 3x squared plus 12. But this is a nice simplified version. And we're going to need that when we go into factoring. Let's do another example. Okay, I have 5. Well, that's a prime number. I'm going to leave it. I got 2 v's here. I got 10, which is 2 times 5. And then I got 3 v's. Okay, I'm going to change my pen color. Come over here. I have a 5. Do you have a 5? Yeah. Uh-oh, my pen went wild. Let's try that one again. Okay, let me do it really quick. I'm not redoing this video. They take too long. Okay, this is where we were before. Now I'm going to change my pen color. Okay, does everybody have a 5? Yep, they both have a 5. Everybody have, I got 2 V's. Do you have 2 V's? Sure do. I think I'll just do it this way. I got 2 V's and you got 2 V's. So my greatest common factor is 5V squared. Okay, but I want to factor out the greatest common factor. I'm going to take it right here, 5V squared. Okay. Now there's 2 different ways to look at this. I took out the 5V squared. I took everything out. I would have to put just a 1 there. Because isn't 5V squared times 1 equal to 5V squared? Yep. What's left here? A plus 2V. There's the V, there's the 2. Okay, so if I go back here and I multiply 5V squared times 1, don't I get the 5V squared? And then if I distribute again, I multiply 5V squared times 2V, don't I get a 10V cubed? So they are in fact equal. Okay, I think that is no, let's do one more example. This is my last one. Okay, I got a 2x squared. 2's prime, x, 3's prime, x, 10, 2, and 5. I'm going to change my pen color. The reason I wanted to show you this is because this is one we had on a concept check, and a lot of people missed it. Now I want to change my pen color, and it's not letting me. Oh, I have to be on pen. There, it's happy now. Okay, if I wanted to take the greatest common factor out here, does everybody have a 2? No, they don't have a 2. They do, but they have to have a 2 in all 3 of them. So I can't do that one. How about I got an X here. Do you have an X? Yep. Do you have an X? No, I don't have an X. There is no greatest common factor here. There is no greatest common factor. I'm done. There's nothing they have in common that all three have in common. Okay? Good luck with your assignment, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Monday. Thanks.